Hi everyone, I'm Kim. Welcome back to my channel. I do these videos so that anyone who is interested in my artwork can see the inspiration and the process behind it all. Getting these gloves on when it is so hot and sweaty in the garage has proven to be a big challenge. Today's painting is going to be a grenade pour. This is an 8x10 canvas that I'm pouring over, and a grenade pour is done with a push pin in the bottom of a plastic cup. And I think it was named by the guys over at Massey Art Studios. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. If I'm right, you can also tell me in the comments. So the colors that I'm going to use today are some that have been made up for a while. And I also have some colors that I mixed together to get what I wanted. So it's a yellow gold with titanium white to lighten it, Winsor blue, metallic cobalt by Artist Loft, Pthalo blue by Artist Loft, a blue iris, Azo Orange by Amsterdam, and a silver by Master's Touch that was a pre-mixed. And I mixed these at a ratio of 1 part paint, 2 parts medium, and 1 part water. And I probably should have a better system for layering the paints, but I just sort of went willy-nilly with it. And by the time I got to the end, I was really wishing I had used a lot more of the orange because I liked the way it looked. And you'll see when I get to the end, I didn't keep as much as I wanted. The thing with layering is that you have to remember the last color in is going to be your first color out. And I always have to try and tell myself that because I forget. So basically, with the grenade pour, like I said, you layer it in the cup, layer the paints in the cup with a push pin in it. The push pin is supposed to, keep air from getting out, and then when you pull it out, the air escapes and allows the paint to escape. And then you flip it over, you flip the cup onto the canvas before you pull out the pin. And then when you pull it out, that air is supposed to do something. There's something scientific behind it, but science was not my best subject in school, so I just go with what they tell me. And you can see I did a lot of thin layers. And I needed a certain amount to totally flood this canvas. This is a scraped paint from some other projects that I'm going to use as a flow extender. They're really pretty colors. I think there was some bronze in there with it. So we're just going to flip this over. And then let the paint kind of work its way down to the bottom before we pull out the pin. And I didn't have big push pins, so I think that might have made a difference. And you'll see I reuse bottles a lot. So this was like some eye makeup remover bottle, and I just washed it out and reused it. I think there was some bronze metallic in that scraped paint. It's actually a really pretty color. And you know, you use a flow extender to give your regular paints something to roll over instead of rolling onto themselves. I don't know if that makes sense, but it helps preserve some of the beautiful colors that are in the pour paints, and it cuts down on waste because you just scrape this paint off. You can actually see the paper where I've scraped it off. I'm also using it to make sure that all of the canvas is covered with paint. You know, sometimes we don't have, there's spots that get missed. So this way there's something for the paint to roll over, and it makes, the canvas totally covered, especially where I have another painting underneath this. And since this cup is, I think I used it under a vase or something, so there's paint on the outside, so you can't see the colors that are layered really well. I guess when I turn it, you can kind of see them down at the bottom. And in some ways, they look like remember the sand art from like the 70s and 80s that was so popular? That's what it looked like. So the thought is you pull the pin out and that the air is let into the cup and will help the paint flow out. I don't think that my pin was big enough for this to really work, and my cup actually kind of suctioned to the canvas. But there's all the pretty colors.
Where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change.
And I love the way that it actually has almost a different color in the center than from the outside. I'm not sure why it did that, but I love it.
Success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself.
And now we have to tilt it off. I tilted way too much right there. But when you have a lot of paint moving and it is starting to get a little heavy, it's bound to happen. There goes some of my gorgeous orange.
Something more, take a chance. It could be possibly my last dance, my last dance. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down.
I definitely tilted off more of the orange than I would have liked. There was a lot of paint on this canvas, so I had to keep tilting a lot to get it all off. And the silver I put down first was, I think it's transparent, translucent, I don't know the right word for it. And it gives a really beautiful sheen and shimmer to the colors it that go under it. And you will see when I show you a close-up, you don't get like a definite silver in with that particular pre-mixed metallic silver paint. You just get the shimmer. There was so much paint on my hands. And I don't like for my gloves to be wet and dirty. It bothers me. All right, so let's torch this. See what we can get. I'm going to keep tilting this, and then I will clean it all up and show you some close-ups of the finished and dried product. Thank you for coming by my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe if you would like to see more of my paintings. And thank you to my new subscribers that I have picked up this week. And I hope you'll stick around.